Welcome back to DC Junction. I'm Mike.
And this is Matthew.
I never get tired of cutting Matt off with that. And he just never knows what's going to happen. We are now 1 week-ish removed from DC at San Diego Comic-Con 2025. We're going to break it all down and talk about what there was.
Yes.
A lot, but it was enough, I think, for what we got going on. Before we get into all that, of course, subscribe. You guys have been subbing like crazy lately, and we love it. Trying to get to 500 by the end of the year, so thank you. Follow us on all social media at DC Junction if you haven't already. We even put it right above Matt's head to make it super easy for him. So anyway, before we get into all that, Matt, how you doing?
So sometimes it's better if you just answer that question.
That's been having a good couple of days. Now it's been. I think I was talking to my boss, my mom, my sister, you. It's just, I think between just the endless heat and humidity wave that seems to be hitting, the planet, and just life in general, I think everyone's just kind of tired. We are all tired.
The weirdos are out, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and that's kind of where we're just going to leave that. Let's go ahead and get right into the main meat of our show. First and foremost, actually, before we do that, let's do a quick, catch up on just how's Superman doing.
Yes,
doing pretty good.
Yes.
At the time of we're recording this at 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, July 30th.
Are you looking up Superman now, box office? Do you have it?
I don't have the exact number in front of me. Last I checked, we were like just over $500 million global. It did beat Man of Steel's domestic record. That's not a contest.
Yeah.
But it is worth noting. It beat Man of Steel's domestic record. It's doing pretty good. But also, we've had confirmation from David Zaslav over at Warner Brothers that he's very happy with the performance of it. Pet adoptions related to the movie because of all the rescue dog buzz has been super high. I can't even imagine what the merchandise sales have been like on this. There's rumors of an early drop on paid VOD. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's doing pretty good to me. What do you think?
I'm trying to get actual numbers, but of course they bury that crap deep in the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
I just think at this point we can officially say the movie's a success. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, yeah. Okay. So it hit a 500 million earlier
over the weekend.
Yeah. So I think this is where I get people who are arguing what does and doesn't count as a box office success.
Sure.
When you go by certain numbers that we have been trained to understand that does and doesn't make a success. I've always said once it doubles the budget, you're into profit.
Yes. Well, once you double the budget, you're into screwing around profit, basically. You know what I mean?
But I think that has been the general rule of thumb that people go by.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is it's a good standard measure. It's not hard facts.
Yeah.
It's what you traditionally do. The flip side of that is nothing in the DCEU those first few years was ever a box office was never a box office flop. They all did very well.
Yeah.
But they were not successful to the point that DC wanted them to, or Warner Brothers wanted them to be. And I'm not going to say nobody liked them, but they were not universally loved, and they did not generate more than what they were doing. That's where this movie, I think, comes into play. Is if you read any articles from Warner Brothers or anything, not only is this movie doing very, very well, but it's also causing, like you said, people are adopting pets. Viewership on all things Superman all over HBO Max skyrocketing, comics skyrocketing. So that's where you get into this thing of not only is it doing very, very well box office wise, it's also getting everybody talking about DC. And let's be honest, nobody has been talking about DC. And if you got to come at with me for Batman, I'm going to say the nay. Batman is its own thing. I know it's not, but it is.
Batman transcends branding. I'm sorry. It just does.
So Batman serves Batman.
Yeah.
It doesn't serve DC.
DC could crumble today and Batman would survive as its own independent IP.
Yeah. But I think because this movie, in my opinion, because this movie is a DC world and not a Superman origin, you've got everybody going like, who's Mr. Terrific? How come this isn't Hal Jordan as Green Lantern? You've got people interested in what's going on. And that is, because remember, all of those things are under Warner Brothers. So they're making money on the movie. They're making money on the comics.
Its own, company now, but Warner Brothers
still owns it.
Still gets to take a little bit of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So more than a little bit. Also, some cool stuff. James Gunn released the mural of that was in the Hall of Justice, which is super cool. With several of them identified, 2 of which are confirmed for future DC projects, but that's something we can get into in another video.
Yes.
I think so. That's Superman's having a good time. We know that New York Comic Con's coming up in the fall, so we'll see what more we hear from DC then. But let's go ahead and just dive into DC.
Tackle that shit. Let's just tackle that shit.
Let's just throw a home basket right from the 3-point line.
Let's clothesline Steven Seagal style a bitch, and let's get in this.
So DC had an immersive booth experience, which seemed pretty cool. Had it was all themed. I can't talk tonight. It was all themed around like the early 30s, 40s DC. They had classic Daily Planet newspapers they were handing out. They also had all kinds of interactive fan exhibits and stuff. Just kind of relive the OG glory days of where DC started from, really. It's kind of a nice, fun fan thing going on over at one of the booths there. But where things really kicked off was with DC's All In Comics panel with Scott Snyder, Mark Waid, Jeff Lemire, and there's another name.
Tom King?
No, Tom King wasn't there. But anyway, but they were there talking about the DCKO event, which has been buzzed around a little bit. But Justice League, the next run on Justice League Unlimited. But the main thing was Absolute DC and Absolute DC, and particularly Absolute Evil, which is the big absolute villain crossover they're doing. We also got some first looks at Absolute Green Arrow, and that makes Mike very happy.
Just looks like Green Arrow, but
looks like Green Arrow, but just the fact that we're gonna get a version, but like they said, more absolutes were coming, and they weren't kidding. I mean, Scott Snyder has been all over threads lately, teasing Bat Family stuff they're working on and other characters. So, but this is the first kind of fringe DC title we're getting in the Absolute. In the Absolute universe. So how'd you feel about some of these, Matt?
I mean, for me, I didn't think they'd do Green Arrow because I thought he was too close to Batman. So I'm really intrigued by what this Green Arrow is going to be.
Yeah.
Traditionally he's just been, for lack of a better term, Batman with a bow and arrow. He has the layers, he has the vehicles, he's a crime fighter.
He's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire. It's very, very similar. He went away.
It's Doctor Strange and Iron Man,
Yeah. So I think that's where I'm now intrigued as to how they're going to make it different. Or, quite honestly, you could just make them the same because Batman's different.
Well, speaking of Batman, they also confirmed the first hero crossover we're going to see is actually going to be between Batman and Wonder Woman. And that blows my mind because when I think back to one of our last few Absolute comic book episodes, we were posturing, like which ones do you think will cross? I think we specifically said, well, there's no way it's going to be Batman and Wonder Woman ever. Well, apparently we were
so wrong.
Extremely wrong. They
Yeah.
showed like just like an image of just like it was clearly, it looked like a cover image, it didn't look like a panel or anything, but yeah, one and also we should probably be clear, we are not caught up on absolute DC with everything going on with Superman and all that the last month or so. We are wildly behind on comics. We are going to get caught up in August.
Yes.
By the end of August, we will do a big
couple different things.
We're gonna get back on we're working on getting back on track now, because we also know Peacemaker's coming out. Talk about that a little bit later. So just we're not caught up yet. We are going to get caught up, and we'll talk about it here on the channel. So don't come at us too hard. So, but yeah, staying in the comics thing, they also covered the fact that, like, just Absolute Wonder Woman at the Eisner Awards, best new series. They also Bilquis Evely got Inkpot and Eisner for best penciler.
Oh, nice.
And Jorge Jimenez previewed some more upcoming art from his Batman run that's coming in just a little over a month at the point. Well, actually, at the time this is dropping, we're a month away.
Yeah.
Because this is dropping on August 1st, and it drops in the beginning of September. So we got to look at his Batmobile. Matt, that's a nice Batmobile.
That is a cool Batmobile. He definitely was like, hey, the Batman did this right. Let me change a few things. And we'll make a comic book.
Fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's good. We also got to look at he's doing Tim Drake Robin.
Yes.
And and I, as somebody who is I'm working my way through the reboot season of Batman the Animated Series, very resemblant of that Tim Drake costume.
Yes.
But he gave him a fade.
Yeah. Well, and I thought it was funny too, because that version of Robin is the first time in an animation you lose the green.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the green at all. And that kind of starts coming up later. Like Young Justice, he didn't have he had a little bit of the green, but not
dark green though.
Yeah. And it was just like highlights, pieces of his costume. It was
always just the pants, but even then, like the boots were more like greaves but anyway.
Yeah. So I think that's a cool look. I think it looks cool. I mean, I know Robin's costume is changing every other year, it appears, but it looks cool.
I think Damian Wayne in the comics has had more Robin costumes than any other Robin, and that's neither a positive nor a negative. It's just like, we do seem to go through Robin looks a lot. Anyway,
but no, I think look, that guy's a phenomenal artist. I'm looking forward to that series. I'm loving all the designs he's doing. But
even if the story it sucks,
it's
gonna be good comic.
I'm just wondering what his villains are going to look like. Is he going to update them? Because we haven't seen anything of the villains.
That's the thing. Like I'm amazed they've shown us as much as they have already. To be honest, I'm kind of amazed they showed us the Batmobile. I would have kept that under wraps, but I'm not mad. I'm just a little surprised they did. But
maybe the toys are coming already. Whoop, whoop.
I got room. Speaking of which, oh no, completely lost my train of thought. It's gone. Oh no, I brought it back. Remind me again who's writing that Batman run. I do not remember. I cannot remember for the life of me.
Let's figure it out.
I am suddenly. I know we've talked about this so much.
I thought it was. I don't think it's Tom King.
No, it's not Tom King. Tom King's he's on Detective Comics right now. No, that's Tom Taylor. Too many Toms. How many Toms?
A lot of Toms.
Guys, come on. There's so many. I cannot remember it. I'm gonna feel like an idiot when
That's okay. Now I can't find it. Everything I said is like, hey, it's this.
Oh my god.
Hold on. We're almost there.
I'm trying to
Matt Fraction. Matt Fraction.
Fraction. That's right. God. Anyway, so I wanted to say it before we moved on to the next thing. So super excited to that.
Yes.
Now, this next part of the show is going to be a little bit exclusive because you are going to need tickets for this next part of the show. Matt, do you have your tickets?
I don't think so. I haven't been hitting the gym lately.
Yeah, me neither, but we're going to see if we can make our way into the gun show. Because pretty much the rest of San Diego Comic-Con on the DC side of things was dominated by Peacemaker and James Gunn. James Gunn made appearances kind of all over DC. He showed up at one point at like Jim Lee and Jim Lee's panel and all that, and and had nothing but wonderful things to say about, like, because we all know DC Comics has been crushing it right now, and James was adamant about sharing that love. But James had said that like San Diego Comic-Con was going to be all about Peacemaker, and it was. Peacemaker had his own mini convention inside of Comic-Con, which is, I love that. I love the idea of that immersive fan experience.
Yeah.
That, we don't get, when DC Fandom was still a thing, it was that virtual kind of immersive thing. You could get that.
Yeah.
You can't really get that at Comic-Con just because of obvious reasons. And so having a dedicated little fan experience like that, I think is kind of brings back some of that fun of that DC Fandom. But John Cena, in true fashion, full character, did not break character the entire time. Everything that came out of that. They dropped another new trailer, which I haven't watched still. The show starts in a week?
Yeah, I don't need another trailer. I'm gonna watch it.
I already was kind of bummed I saw one in front of Superman, because I was like, well, why? And so, but I mean, they did talk a lot about Peacemaker. It said like this picks up, I think they said like a month after Superman.
Nice.
And it's gonna have the thing that James Gunn has said specifically several times is that as much as people think Superman is setting up the big DCU, it's really like this Peacemaker's the one where like you're gonna start to see like some shit.
Yeah.
And that really has me because this is now going to be okay. We had Creature Commandos, which was our a little appetizer. That's setting the rules. Yeah. Superman here's some of our big players. Now Peacemaker season 2 is going to be our first real litmus test of James Gunn's ability to craft a through line.
Yeah.
Like, okay, show me what you've got. Because right now, Rick Flag Sr. is my carry through on all three of these projects. Why do I always knock my camera out of focus? Stop moving my hands. So show me what you got, James Gunn. With I want to see. This is let's start building the universe with this one. So I'm excited because I love the show, but I'm also excited because I want to see James Gunn build out a world.
See, and I'm intrigued to see, like, we know the main players are there. The main people from the first season.
The 11th Street Kids are there. Everybody except oh my God, the guy who was in Guardians 3, who dies at the end of season 1. I can't ever remember. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The guy who was the undercover alien.
Yeah, the undercover alien who was the bad guy in Guardians 3. Obviously he's not back. Yeah, but because he real dead. But the 11th Street Kids are all back, and we know we're playing with some multiverse shit, like heavily.
Which I think, like, he's super. Like, it's that whole Superman dipped you in, Peacemaker's going to make you live in it. Mm-hmm. And now that we're living in it, we'll be able to play. Because look, whatever he does there, we don't know what Green Lantern or the Lantern show is. Like, we know it's a True Detective thing, but we don't know how expansive that is. Mm-mm. So I think with Peacemaker, it'll be interesting to see, like, what's Rick Flag doing? Why is he there? How is that kind of playing to everything?
Yeah.
Where do these characters fall in this grander DCU? Because look, we saw Peacemaker and Superman. Does that mean we see Vigilante and something else, which would be awesome?
Please,
but we'll see.
Please, thank you. And well, speaking, there's also a new ongoing podcast that James Gunn is doing with Jennifer Holland. and I think John Cena's on it as well. And it kind of like going back, like they did like recapping like the first season and stuff like that. And they were talking about Vigilante, and and I didn't know this. I guess originally there was a different actor attached to play Vigilante.
Okay.
And then just for whatever reason, they did not go into specifics. I mean, they were very political about it. They said they couldn't finish it with that actor. And so when they brought in Anthony Stroma, is that his name?
Sounds good while you keep talking.
To take it, and they said, so when you watch, the guy who had originally played him had already filmed like the first like 4 episodes and part of episode 8, but he had done it all. So a lot of those scenes where he's in costume with the mask on, that's the original actor. And then Anthony Stroma dubbed
Freddie Stroma.
It was close. I got the last name right. It dubbed the voice, basically Darth Vader style. So that was a neat thing. I may need to actually go check that one out. I don't have the time. But with what time can I enjoy yet another thing? So I'm ready for the show. It's been so long since season 1.
It feels like it, yeah.
Well, I mean, it was 2021.
I'm looking now. It was.
He also revealed what the theme song's going to be.
2021.
21,
no,
yeah.
2022. It was 2022. With January 2022.
Stop lying to me. He also revealed what the song is going to be, and I forget now. It was Foxy Shazam. I know it was a Foxy Shazam song. Which, okay, I have a weird thing with Foxy Shazam. So let's take hot tub time machine into Mike's past. So one of my first broadcasting jobs while I was still in college was at this rock station in South Carolina, and we would put on like small music festivals and stuff, and we would bring in like not small bands. I mean, like we get like Chevelle or like Theory of a Dead bands, like not small bands. And there was one year for St. Patrick's Day, and what they would do is they would just block off all of downtown, and they had this part of downtown called 5 Points because it was basically shaped like a star. There was like a central hub and 5 little lanes that went out this way. So each of the radio stations got one of those streets, a stage at the end to put on a little mini concert. Foxy Shazam was the feature act for the headline. The headliner that year, I think, was Eve to Adam. No, it was Chevelle. The headliner was Chevelle, and Foxy Shazam was the support. And this is before anybody knew who the fuck they were. They were one of the weirdest live shows I had. It was so much fun. Their music is wild and their live show is bizarre. But I mean, like at one point, the singer took like an entire pack of cigarettes, took all the cigarettes out at once, stuck them in his mouth while there's like an extended breakdown going on, lights them with like a torch and just goes, and just throws them. While their keyboardist, the whole time he's playing, is like picking up his whole ass keyboard and crowd surfing with it while he's playing it. The wildest live show I have ever seen in my life. I would love to see it again. And it's been like 20 years. Okay. So the fact that James Gunn has this just like musical hard on for Foxy Shazam, it seems like, makes me so happy in just the weirdest way. Cause it's like, there's a band I remember seeing and going like, well, these guys are never going to fucking go anywhere. and like they've had a massive career, like, and that like it shows how little I knew back then. So just, and he also said that Frank Grillo is, quote, the worst dancer ever, unquote. And he says it shows in the title sequence, and he's like, Frank Grillo felt so bad. He's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
So
I know myself. It's okay.
It's okay. Well, no, Frank Grillo was being self-conscious, and James Gunn basically said, don't worry about it. It's gonna, trust me. It's gonna look good in the edit. And so we need Peacemaker season 2. I mean, again, it's about to be here. So
as I say,
it's literally like a week away.
Yeah. No. Well, this says 21st of August.
2 weeks away. 3 weeks away.
3 weeks away. Don't do
3
that.
weeks away.
Anyway.
Yeah, all right. I will. So, DC did get a lot of praise from the media for, we can go ahead and switch back to just overall, a lot of praise for, being very comic forward, as
Yes.
they obviously should be. One thing, notice no big announcements from anyone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, well, honestly, nobody really needed to. Marvel was crushing the box office with Fantastic Four again. Still haven't seen it, but at the time of this recording, I still haven't seen it.
Okay.
But we all knew that was going to happen, so they did. No announcements really of no like big. But I think, but again, we weren't expecting anything going into this.
I think I theorized that because neither side knew what these films were going to do, you don't want to plan something big and everybody is hating the movies that are in the theater.
Yeah.
So I think, like, okay, let's wait for New York. It'll be distance enough from these movies, good or bad, that we could do whatever we want. And now that both of them seem to be doing very, very well, I'm sure they're going to lean the what into, especially DC, about like, hey, look at what we got. Look at where we're going.
We've got October to September, September to October, and then it's halfway into October. So you've got essentially 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Where they can put together a sizzle reel for Lanterns, a first look at Supergirl. If for some reason we haven't gotten anything for My Adventures with Superman or any of the other, those, we got nothing. I thought maybe we'd get something for one of those. James Gunn, however, did say that, distribution and stuff like that because is a little murky. So, a lot of those decisions, there's a reason they take time because, rights and distribution contracts are
and on top of that, animation takes forever to do. I'm willing to, I mean, we know for sure Cape Crusader was done long before James Gunn took over.
Oh, and then, that was purely they couldn't find a place to put it.
Yeah. So I'm guesstimating that My Adventures with Superman was well into whatever production before he came on board.
I think we said that. Well, we know that for a fact.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact. But I also think, but we also know, like, from Jack Quaid and all that, like it's coming. And we said as much last week. They probably just need to wait on Adult Swim to make room in their calendar.
I would imagine at this point,
it's their show.
At this point, they've usually premiered in May. I'm guessing it's next May. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. It's a bit of a gap from the first two, but I think that's probably what's going to happen. Is you're going to keep that same time frame, but we'll see. But I think
there's a chance they might dump it in the fall with the fall season.
It just depends. Like it's
because we haven't seen because and this is just some inside baseball, but I can tell you right now from my current job. I work for PBS, guys. We are gearing up for our fall preview here in the next couple of weeks, and which is basically just where we preview the fall season. So I would imagine other networks are getting ready to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So we'll probably start hearing high or low about that. I would say by the end of August, we'll probably at least have an idea of when it's coming.
Yeah. And I think once we get to New York, whatever, the next few movies, again, now that we know Superman come out, James Gunn we trust. Now I think you're going to really get the big, like, hey, next year is these two movies. The year after that is these two movies. Here's the other streaming show. Here's this. You're going to get a lot more than just, hey, I have these ideas. So I'm looking forward to it.
And to kind of put the final note on it, James Gunn is clearly doing a slow rollout operation.
Yes.
It is going to test our patience, DC fans, especially because we're eating good right now.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're eating good, you want to keep eating good. And I get that. I understand. I don't want to wait for Supergirl. I don't want to wait for Lanterns. I want the Batman Part 2. I want us to have a reason to bring back We Are the Batman. I really do. We really do. Trust us. We're waiting for some Batman shit. So like, you know, we're gonna have to be patient.
Yeah.
We've said, if we've said it once, we said it a million times on this show. We got to pretend like we're starting from square one, guys. It's going to be because we are. But for all intent, if you haven't seen the news, there's already more dust ups about Warner Brothers and Discovery splitting, and they've already changed the name of the app back to HBO Max. So, like, come on, guys. Like, we're just going to have to be patient. Okay.
Yeah.
So but I think we should also feel good. I think as DC fans, we should be feeling very good right now.
As of now, everything is on the up and up with Superman being as successful as it is across the board financially, bringing attention, people loving it. So I think now it's a no-brainer. We're going to start getting all kinds of, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. And if Peacemaker does as well as the first season, even more so. So I think we're looking at finally a DC excitement, DC movies, DC everything that we can all be excited of instead of just going like, man, they're great at cartoons.
And even then,
well, the series, not the weird DVDs. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're ready to go. I'm excited. I can't wait. Again, every success DC has leads me closer to a Nightwing thing. So keep going, guys.
Yeah, seriously.
Keep going.
How have we seriously not had one yet? Let us know down in the comments. What was your favorite thing to come out of DC San Diego Comic-Con? Is it something that we missed? Let us know down below. On your way to comment, you might as well hit the subscribe button. It's on the way.
Yes.
Just saying, it's really efficient. Follow us on all the social medias at DC Junction. Look, we're super active on Threads. I will say that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty active on our Threads account. Facebook and Instagram is where we post our links. Yeah. I'll be 100% honest with you, but you should still follow along with us if you want to just stay up to date. But follow me on social media at Mr. Mike Shea.
You can follow me across all social media at The Hustle Man.
That's going to do it here on DC Junction. We'll see you guys again here next time.
Bye-bye.